You got to hit the different pillars, right? It's got to be entertaining. There's got to be value. It's got to be educational. Like there's so many things that it needs to hit. But at the end of it, it's like, are you making money off of it? And like that's where it can get tricky. Like you can make some viral content, get 1 million views. That doesn't mean you're gonna get 1 million in sales. You know what I mean? And like that's the balance of like how can you make something pop off and have it convert. Like for an e-com brand, that's kind of the trick of it. First and foremost, authenticity. I think that's really like where people thrive. Let your mess be your message. Like that's for me. Like I feel like I'm very vulnerable and open about one, my journey, and two, my struggles. So had I grown up and I seen people do the shit that I wanted to do and just saw that again, that kind of vulnerability, I'd be like, oh wow, like for me, I'm like, I want to mess with that person because they're real about the shit they be going through, And obviously there's a balance, but authenticity, I think, at the forefront is obviously the most important part because, again, if you don't have that, like, why should people buy from you? Why should people, especially nowadays, man? Like, shit's so expensive. Like, if I'm gonna spend my money, I want to make sure it's going to good people and a good brand.
Because when I see something on Instagram, bro, and I know they just copy paste, didn't even revise it, I'm like, I'm not reading this. This is from ChatGPT.
Use it as a tool. I mean, we
Yeah.
use it at Reshoot Manager just because, again, we have so many things. I
Right.
use it as a tool, but I definitely don't copy paste and just.
I do too, but put some heart in it though. Like put some heart in it. Delete the dashes at least, bro. In your face, so
Cool.
you're good. But yeah, bro, thank you for doing this.
Yeah, no problem.
I
Thanks for-
appreciate it, bro. And so like what I mainly wanted to touch on too, is like, like nowadays everybody wants to like do a personal brand,
Yeah.
and like the importance of brand building, especially through content creation and like journalism and writing and all that stuff and creativity. And so like I know you have a lot of experience doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, just wanted to talk to you a little bit about that.
For sure.
Yeah, cause okay, so what is like what does brand mean to you, anyways?
That's a good question. I think when it comes to like what a brand is, it's really just how do people associate things or significance to you? Like,
Yeah.
just what's the attachment and then the value that comes with it. Like a brand to some extent provides a certain value to an individual. So like what that value is and is it worth it?
Right, right.
Kind of how I see it. Yeah.
Okay, for sure. And so like you're what do you do for Reshootinator again?
So
You're the content manager?
I'm basically, I mean, my title is one thing, but what I actually end up doing is a whole different thing. But I'm technically the social media and partnerships manager
Okay.
at Reshootinator. But
Yeah.
I also help edit short form video. I concept a lot of like the campaigns that we do. I mean, it's a small business, and
Yeah.
it's we do a lot of things. So I touch on a lot of different.
Yeah.
Probably I'm a talent now, like on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
I do some
Talent?
like talent. So I'm basically like cleaning. I'm cleaning shoes for the
okay.
YouTube channel now. So like
Yeah.
doing a little bit of everything just to kind of help out the team and
Yeah.
whatever's needed. So in
It's
theory,
pretty successful. The Reshootinator.
yeah, I mean, they've been
they're big.
15 years. It's our 15th anniversary this year. So
Yeah.
I've only been with the team for a few months. I've known about them because I've been in the sneaker industry for some time now.
Yeah,
But
I can tell. The drippiest.
a little bit.
The drippiest.
So been doing that with them since like October, November.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, damn. So not
Nah,
like too long.
No, not at
Okay.
all. Yeah.
But before that, you were.
Yeah, so before that, I was over with Nice Kicks. Started as an intern with them in 2017.
Damn.
And just got in at the right time. Was writing for them for a really long time.
Yeah.
Left somewhere for a bit to write somewhere else, Soul Savvy, and then came back to Nice Kicks as editor in chief in 2022, I think. My dates are a little blurry, but did that for a while, and so I've been writing since 2017, at least in the sneaker industry. So it's been fun.
Yeah, that's cool, man. They're pretty big. Yeah.
That's why
Nice
like
Kicks, yeah.
when the internship came through, I've always liked shoes, obviously, but I was going to Arizona State at the time for journalism at Walter Cronkite, and I needed internship credit.
Right.
So I like saw that they had some openings. I'm like, yo, like,
Damn.
you know, just kind of off a DM, you know,
Yeah.
like, hey, like,
Oh,
would love
okay.
to put my hat in there. Like, yeah, we're actually gonna be hiring people in a few weeks. Like, if you just want to hold off, and then yeah, I submitted like my resume, which wasn't. I mean, I had really nothing on it at the time. And then I had a few writing samples, and they just really liked my work, and it kind of just went from there. Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up. The
Yeah.
power of the DMs.
Man, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
even looking back on it, right? Like it's been almost 10 years since I kind of started with them, and just seeing how my life's changed in that short amount of time from just career perspective, but also the sneaker industry and just the kind of things I've been able to see, experience, individuals I talked to. Like really, my career kind of blew up because. And sorry, not to like take away from
No, you're
from,
good.
from the
Go ahead,
question,
man.
but
You're go ahead.
I'm a certified yapper,
Yeah.
But I do this shit
You're
for a living. I started in like July. Yeah, it was like this time. Yeah, it was like around this time. It was around Chris's birthday, so it was around this time.
Yeah.
2017. Started writing with them. Nothing crazy. I was doing like the very like minimal stuff that nobody wanted to write about for them. So I was like, like it's cool. Like for me, it was dope. Like
Yeah.
seeing my name on the byline and everything. I'm like, no, this
Nice.
is dope. And you've heard of Heated Soul?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just
So.
I think I've got the event.
Yeah,
right?
the event. So.
I got these there.
Oh, really? That's dope.
Yeah.
They had Devin Booker come out those early years when he was
Yeah.
kind of in his rookie sophomore season. This was right after the 70-point game season, and they were like, oh, like Devin Booker's gonna be there. I'm like, oh, like it'd be dope if I like interview him.
Yeah.
So I messaged Tesh and the guys over at He Just Sold. I'm like, yo, like, and Abe. I'm like, yo, can we get like 10, 15 minutes? They're like, bro, like we can't guarantee it. Like
Yeah.
we'd love to, but like he's just kind of big now. And this,
Yeah.
this was back then, right? This is 2017.
Yeah.
So
Now
they're like,
he's like.
yeah, they're like,
Super
I don't know if
soft.
we can get him locked in, but just be around and like if he wants to talk, like all you. I'm like, all right, bet. So I was kind of lingering around, and I see him come in, and I'm like, oh shit. And thankfully, my editor at the time had DM'd Booker from the Nice Kicks account. He's like, yo, like we got a guy on the ground over there. Like he's gonna try and chop it up with you for a few minutes if that's cool with you. He's like, oh yeah, for sure, like that's cool. So he already kind of knew, like, or was anticipating
expecting,
to me,
yeah.
to some capacity, yeah. And literally pull up, like, I just walk up. I mean, obviously a crowd of people.
Yeah.
I'm fucking short, so I'm kind of like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo, like Devin, I'm with Nice Kicks. Like, you got a few minutes? He's like, yeah, bro. Like, let's chop it up. So we literally, him and I were riffing for like a good 10, 15 minutes. He was only there for like 20, 30 minutes, so I took like damn near all that time. But like,
Damn, yeah.
we were chopping it up. I was stoked. We took a pic, and I sent the picture to my editor. I was so geeked. I sent the picture to my editor. He's like, "Well, did you get the interview?" I'm like, "Yeah, my bad, bro. Like, I meant to tell you that I did,
He
but like,
was so
I was
geeked.
just so excited, just as a
Yeah.
Suns fan and like
Yeah.
my first interview, and then
Yeah.
so that got published. The Suns messed with it, like they really liked it. It got on Complex. It got on
What?
Bleacher Report kicks. Like they picked it up.
Man.
So and then from there, like my editor was like, "Yo, like this is solid. Like you want
Yeah.
to do some more work," and it just kind of from then on, like that's really kind of what catapulted my like career. Because at the time I
Right.
was just writing one-off articles here and there, but then I was like, "No, like I really want to write and storytell and interview and like all this other stuff that I've been able to do since." So that's kind of what kicked it off. And thankfully through the years, obviously with Devin Booker and the signature shoe and a few of the things he's done in the industry, like. Been able to interview him a few times now. We have some rapport,
Oh,
which is
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, thankfully it's cool to see him kind of like do his thing and like
Right.
cook and like for me, granted I had no real hand in it, but like just being a part of that journey
Yeah.
for him because like no one was sniffing Devin Booker or the Phoenix Suns from like a sneaker
Right. perspective
perspective before then.
Yeah,
Like
for a while.
we were going and like I was able
Since
to go
like
into
Steve
the,
Nash.
yeah,
bro.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I was able to go into the locker room, like take pictures of the shoes that they were wearing. Like I
Yeah.
mean, the Suns gave me full access basically because I was like with Nice Kicks and for these guys like they want to talk about shoes. They don't want to talk about, especially the Suns back then. Like they don't want to talk about a 30-point blowout. Like they're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's talk about shoes and shit. So.
That's true. Plus, everybody else is already interviewing them. About
Yeah,
the
about
game
everything
and
else. So like, and it's funny because the few press conferences that I've been to and stuff, everyone's asking these tough questions like, oh, the off season or like,
Right.
oh, trade, and I'm just like, yo, so like, what are you gonna wear this season? It's like
Yeah.
it's a completely different. and you
Yeah,
can even
yeah.
see it, like they light up, and like they it's just some lightheartedness that comes with
Yeah.
that. So
And
it's been
they're
cool.
fresh too.
Yeah,
They're fresh.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're cool. So it's been that's kind of how that started, and like it's just been just a crazy wave since, thankfully.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah, like just seeing people put the groundwork in.
Yeah.
Because you put the groundwork in into what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And people, they don't want to humble themselves and do that.
And it's like looking back
Like
on
everybody
that,
just wants to get paid, but it's like, dude, you gotta
bro.
get some
I was eating
experience.
shit for the longest. Grant, can I cuss?
Yeah.
I was eating shit for the longest, bro. Like it was an unpaid internship, which at the time, again, I didn't mind. I was a sophomore in college. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really care for the money. But even when I started like actually getting paid, I was like, oh wow, I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
It was like $8 an article. And granted, like the time and all that, I don't know how much like the value of it was really worth. But I'm like, oh, this is cool. Like,
Yeah.
I get paid to write about shoes. Like
Yeah.
hell yeah, like. And this is before really the sneaker. I mean, sneakers were always popping, but obviously the pandemic kind of changed everything. Like everybody wanted to get into sneakers, and the content of it, like during the pandemic, which is fair. Like I think the more the better. But being able to get ahead of that early, and like especially in Phoenix, you know, it's a small market. Like I'm not in LA or Chicago or New York, where I gotta fight people and outlets to
Right.
get time. It's like I kind of run it here. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm able
yeah.
to. Excuse me. Like I'm able to just reach out to whoever, talk to whoever, and Phoenix is so small that like you know, it just takes one connection to kind of set something
Yeah.
up. So it's been cool.
Yeah. We're up though. We're
Oh,
up
we're on
right
the
now.
up, 100%.
Right
Yeah,
now
like
we're
people
up,
people
though.
are sleeping on Phoenix, and it's been great for like
They're
again.
catching on though.
Yeah,
They're catching
which
on.
is good. Like
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Like obviously, I take a lot of pride in being born and raised here. So
Yeah.
seeing people kind of like, you know, get excited to be out here and shit, like it's cool. And like you just see it all over. So it's been dope.
Right. That's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing all
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
know. So like, what are you seeing right now that that like works on social media versus what doesn't?
Man.
Behind, like brands.
Yeah, it's
Especially because you're like running.
it's tough, bro. Like, and you know, I was thinking about this yesterday. Just when I had time, I was like, you know, what is he gonna ask me about? And I know for me, it's like the content creation is just at a completely different level than what it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, influencers don't hit the same way. Like if you're a brand and like you're shelling, you know, 5 to 10K a post with an influencer, it's not gonna do shit for you.
Right.
Because people know that it's a paid influencer post. Like it's like, yeah, they're just getting there. Like
Yeah.
they'll engage. You know, if the influencer is someone you like or you mess with, like you'll like it, you'll engage it because you're like, oh yeah, like I want to make sure they get paid, like
Yeah.
their numbers look good, but it's not going to convert to sales.
Yeah. The
And-
organic is up right now.
Yeah, organic should be up, but even then, like organic in itself is like still a tricky ballgame because you know just for us, like we're a shoe cleaning company. And it's like how can you make that organic enough that's still, you know, because you got to hit the different pillars, right? It's got to be entertaining, there's got to be value, it's got to be educational. Like there's so many things that it needs to hit, but at the end of it, it's like, are you making money off of it? And like that's where it can get tricky. Like you can make some viral content,
Okay.
get 1 million views. That doesn't mean you're gonna get 1 million in sales. You know what I mean?
I
And like
see,
that's the balance of like how can you make something pop off and have it convert. Like for you know an e-com brand, that's kind of the trick of it. But I mean it depends really. Like the way we look at content, and I've been kind of getting better at, especially now just working for an e-com brand because obviously from writing, like I was even helping out for the longest I was at a sneaker store, Manor. I was doing
Mannor's
their
cool too.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I was
Manor
doing
Phoenix,
I was
yeah.
doing their social media and their editorial and even like event activations and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I was doing that, and like it was
I
not,
like their brand.
Not to say that it was easy,
Yeah.
but it's like, hey, here's a upcoming Kobe, or like here's you know like the new drop, like the new Stussy just dropped. And,
Right.
like people will go to it, like especially because it's a local brand. But when you're talking about sneaker cleaners, like or something that like people aren't necessarily looking for or that they don't know that they need it, it's like you really got to push a certain message a certain way, and it's tough. It's tough for sure.
Yeah.
So we try to make a good job of like hitting different avenues in the content and just making sure that people know like, yo, like our stuff works, like, you know,
Right.
buy it essentially. But
Yeah.
but yeah, what works for an individual might work for a brand, and vice versa. What you know works for a brand might not work for an individual. So it's really just it's kind of a cat and mouse game. You know, like we've been testing lives, we've been testing you know like organic kind of raw content, like behind the scenes. Like I think behind the scenes is like the big wave for a lot of people right now. especially like if you have an e-commerce, like a startup, you know, like people are like,
Yeah.
how does it? Especially because now, right? Like everybody wants to make a podcast, create content, which is dope.
Right.
A lot of people, like you said, don't really know what goes into it. So that kind of
Yeah.
that behind the scenes of like, oh wow, like, this is what it takes to film
Yeah.
a podcast. Like, oh, this is what it takes to get 15 T-shirts made, and you know what, like whatever the brand is, like people want to know that because especially we're seeing social media get younger and younger, and the buying power is really with, you know, what is it, Gen Alpha, Gen Z? I don't even know what the young kids are now, but like there's the ones that have buying power. So for them, I mean, they've grown up on social media and the phone. So like, yeah, just taking that into account too is a huge thing if you have a brand. And you know, not to like you have to, you know, do your TikTok trends and dances, but you have to be very, very aware. And a lot of these kids, man, like they see content, they sniff it out. Like they just know, like, oh, this is branded, or like this is a sales pitch. Like they're like, these kids don't fuck with brands. They mess with the individuals. You know, like if there's and that's the thing too with some of these brands. Like if you can attach an individual that people can either connect to or aspire to be or whatever the case is, it's easier to sell because there's that emotional buy-in. But if it's just a product, like, these kids don't want that shit, bro. Like they want to be someone and relate to someone.
Right. Yeah.
So,
They want to connect with someone. So what do you feel like if you're doing a e-commerce brand? What do you feel like is the most effective content for you guys right now?
I mean, it's for us. There's especially just the way the economy is right now, like
to drive sales and for the attention as well.
A lot of what we're testing two different things right now. So we're actually going to the mall. We're doing a mall series. We go to the mall and we buy people's shoes off their feet.
Oh,
we're like, yo, like how much for us to buy your shoes? We're gonna clean them up. We're gonna donate them to the homeless. How much?
I'll be like, nah, I'm just.
And we're like, yeah, 20, like 50. I think the most we paid was like 300. Because we're taking their shoes right off their feet, and they're walking, and they're walking in their socks, bro. Yeah, so like it's funny.
But that's dope though. That's creative.
Yeah. So our CEO kind of came up with that, and we've kind of improvised on the idea since. And what we were doing on this last one, because Resjuvenator had a consignment store, Many Worlds, like right next door.
Many Worlds is dope too.
Yeah. Well, it actually closed. So all that, So all that inventory has been sitting. So what we're actually doing on this last run that we did, we just started asking people their shoe size, and if we had the shoe, we would just gift it to them. So we were giving out like Air Force One, and you know, back to school, right? So we're trying to find like parents with kids that, you know, kind of trying to help them out, or younger kids, like just get them a fresh pair of kicks for the school year. So that's just one avenue, because obviously like it's heartwarming, like it's heartwarming, like it gets people's attention, it's funny, it can go viral, and at the same time it's like we're trying to now create a full circle moment out of it. It's like, okay, we're gonna clean up a used pair of shoes with our product, so people can see, oh, this really works, and then give it to the homeless to kind of make like, or you know, just a youth center, you know, somewhere where, especially in the heat, right? Like people need shoes, so trying to create a full circle content moment. So that's one thing that we've been working on, and we're kind of getting better. And then another one, Jordan Brand's been kind of, and you know, every brand does this, but they're like releasing shoes that came out 10, 15 years ago again. So like we're showing like an old pair that we have, and then the new pair, comparing it, and it's a two-way problem. Like, hey, if you're gonna buy the new pair, here's how to protect them with our product. So you know, by the time they release in 10 years, you don't have to re-up on another pair. Or if you have the old one and you don't want to spend 220, 230, spend 30, 40 bucks on some cleaner, clean them up, make them look brand new. So it's like it's a two-way prong in that sense. So those are kind of the, from what I've seen for us, has been like really the most effective, and one, because people like it, and again, you kind of see the product in action. So yeah.
Do you guys ever follow trends? And if you do, like, how do you balance the identity and the trend?
We try to, and it's tough because, again, right, like I said, these young kids, like,
they can sniff it.
They sniff it out, you know, so it's like, and one, it's got to feel organic for us. Like, I can see a trend, I'm like, yeah, that, like the, you know, Ashton Hall with the Saratoga water, and like, it's like, we could do that, but is it worth the time, money, and effort that goes into it when we have so many other, because we have a lot of things going on all the time for us, because we're running paid, we're making paid content, organic content, our YouTube content, like it's just, and again, I mean, it's a team of 3 technically that's on the social media content creation, but like 4, but it's like, it's all hands on deck all the time. So yeah, like I think recently, the CEO that was at the Coldplay concert, like with his side piece, we did like a quick like image carousel, and it was like a used pair of shoes and like our water stain repellent, like he was holding like the new shoes were holding
Oh
the water
yeah,
stain
yeah,
repellent, being like,
yeah. I've seen.
and I forget the caption was like clean kicks over side chicks, it's like something witty like that to kind of
Yeah, yeah.
go on trend. So like we dip and delve into it.
That
but
trend's new too. Isn't it?
yeah, so that's the thing too. Like you gotta be on that shit
Yeah.
same day,
Uh-huh.
like because the lifespan of a post is really just quick. And again, if you're a brand and like you're like maybe we should do that trend, and then it's like come Monday if you're still doing that trend and it's the first time you're doing it, like it might be
Yeah.
done by that point,
Yeah.
But
like the AI too, the gorilla.
Yeah,
that one was popping.
yeah. So it's
and
like
was popping for a couple weeks.
it depends, like
Yeah.
there's some things that like just are extend themselves, and even like a trend like the Ashton Hall guy.
Yeah.
Like he popped off whatever, and now he's kind of creating new trendy stuff that people are still. So it's timing more than, and that's with any social media trending content or not, like the timing of it, because we can post something that worked well. Had we posted it a week later, that shit might have tanked, or vice versa. It could have gone even better. So you just never know what's going to happen with just all the social media accounts all the time. So
Yeah, yeah. What was the mindset shift like from coming from like Nice Kicks and just doing like the journalism to the actual content for?
Yeah, I mean it was a big adjustment, and thankfully when I was at the Nice Kicks team, like our social media guy he kind of showed me a lot of the ropes, and just got to pick his brand when I was there and learn from him.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a completely different ball game. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Like even coming from Manor, right? Like I was doing their social media and stuff, but like
was that right after?
that was during. Like I was
Okay.
so let's see. I started Nice Kicks 2017. I joined Manor 2018. Fall of 2018. I was kind of just juggling both for a really long time. And again, just being local, and like especially for Manor, they're like, oh wow, like we have Nice Kicks technically in our back pocket, like helping us out. And again, like I was helping because I know what the brands want, especially just I've been so fortunate to go to like a lot of events for brands. Like I get flown out for like press trips and like activations, shoe releases, product launches, all that stuff. So taking that to Manor is like, okay, like this is what the brand actually wants as an experience, or like this is what the consumers actually want to see from a brand. So it's like,
what exactly do they want?
I mean, it depends on the shoe.
Okay,
Like like if it's a running shoe, they want, just talk about the tech. Like, can we nerd out? Like, display it. Just things like that. And the big thing that I kind of did at Manor, thankfully, was when the Super Bowl was here. What was that? 2023?
Was it 2?
I can't remember. It's whenever the Super Bowl was here last.
He's
He's like, I don't fuck with that shit. Whenever the Super Bowl was here last, Nike wanted to do an activation.
Okay, yeah.
For the Super Bowl, because Manor's like one of the few boutiques that has a Nike account. So I basically kind of created like what we wanted to do for it. Like I was like, this is what works at previous events that I've been to. Like this will get people excited. So essentially, because Manor's always been about family and community. So it's like how do we integrate all that and still make it hype? So basically, what we were doing. We had the usual, right, like food trucks and all that stuff, drinks. We kind of had like it's kind of like beer pong, but like with huge trash cans and like footballs. So like, people were just playing, having fun with that. But the big thing that I kind of took pride in was essentially we tapped 3 local artists to create like basically a few art renditions. And then if you bought a shirt or a hoodie or something, you can get them screen printed. So you could like pull from different local artist, and also just like some templates that Nike had. So that, because I'd been to a few events where it's like, oh wow, like teaming up with local artists, here's who they are, like here's what they've done. It's like, oh cool. And it's like, oh wow, like for the Super Bowl, like yeah, let's highlight the amazing artists in our community, bring them on, get them a little bit of bread, but like also
like music artists or
no, like
painting artists. Okay,
yeah, ink, paint, whatever. We're like, hey, like 3, and we wanted to touch on.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, so we wanted to touch on 3 different individuals and 3 different styles, so like people could feel like there's something for everybody.
Right.
And so yeah, that was part of it. So like taking my expertise in sneaker events and product launches and all that, and like bringing it to Manor. And then what we were also doing too is like, let's kind of like a golden ticket where we would like just let people know like, hey, by the way, we had a bunch of inventory that we brought in that we held off. Like we dropped those Drake Air Force Ones because the Nike Dunks were still hot, so we had like the Syracuse Dunks. We had a bunch of like other just random stuff that people were gonna be excited about, and we told them like, yo, like, and we told like our loyal customers that were there, like hey, like, go up front. Here's a ticket. Like, ask them what it is. And then we let everybody else know. But we wanted to make sure that people got taken care of. But yeah, so just from I don't even remember the question, but essentially like
like the mindset.
The mindset.
But that's good. That's good.
It's completely different, bro. Like just e-com, especially
because
like
I'm
you
sure
said,
the whole process is different.
like that entire. I mean, it's funny. Like literally, joining my first project was Black Friday.
Oh, what?
Like I sent 25 email campaigns. I did all the organic social posts and concepting. A lot of the paid stuff I helped out with too, and like that was, like I literally started it like, all right, Black Friday. I was like, oh shit,
Damn.
like, and that was stressful. It was fun. I learned a lot, but that was and I was a one-man team basically. Right. So like, fuck, man. But yeah, it's e-com, especially at that level, right? Like it's not like it's an up-and-coming brand. Like it's solidified 15 years. Like there's legacy. There's a lot to it, which is great, but. Yeah, it's just it's ever evolving, like, and that's the thing too. Like even so for Reshoevn8r, we have our anniversary this year, obviously, and every year Reshoevn8r Day it lands on August 8th. I wanted to kind of run with like that 15 years. Like how do we like really hype it up? You know, Flashback Friday content, like all this stuff, and the other to again bring entertainment and bring some sort of value besides just the product, because anybody can sell anything. Like that's not to say that it's the easiest part, but convincing people to actually have them buy something, that's the tricky part that I feel like I'm learning more and more as I kind of get more into the weeds of Reshoevn8r and just digital e-com.
Yeah. What do you feel like is the best platform for e-com?
Again, it really depends on what your brand is and like who your target demographic is. I think that's the one really key thing about branding and just anything in general is like you just got to know your audience. Who do I want to make this for? Who do I want to buy this? Like, if you want a younger crowd, go to TikTok, right? Yeah. Like, bro, this is kind of my idea. That Labubu hype and all that shit. I was like, fuck, like, can our shoe cleaner clean up a Labubu? Because I know people were buying like cases for them. So I'm like,
that's good.
So I was like, all right. So we dirtied it up. We like went and bought a fucking $60 Labubu, dirtied it up, and we cleaned it on the channel, and it did well. But it's like that. My idea was, okay, let's say, a young girl like has her entire Labubu collection, doesn't want to get them dirty, doesn't want to put it on her purse because it might get dirty. She sees our shit. She's like, oh, actually, I can clean it. Like, cool. A completely different lane.
Right, exactly.
A completely different lane, but you just never know. Yeah. Because there's been, I forget what. There's been a few products where it popped off. Not because of its intended use. Like
Stanley. The Stanley Cup. They had a completely different target audience than who they actually sold to.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all it takes. So for us, it's like, or for me, really, I was like, well, let's try something new. Maybe especially, I mean, the buying power there. Yeah. If people are paying $200 for a blind box, it's like, okay, they can spend $20 on the cleaner if they want to clean their entire collection.
Right.
And maybe they don't. We don't know how many sales they actually generated, but again, people kind of see us in a different light because it just takes one person.
Right.
Like Ashton Hall, bro. It took him a few videos with that, mineral water to just pop off.
Right.
For them. I mean, you couldn't, for that whole week, you couldn't find that shit on the shelves.
Right.
And like now everyone knows Saratoga water.
Right, exactly.
And it sucks because that is, I follow a lot of like people that are creative and like talk about branding and all this stuff. And Saratoga didn't really post about it. Like they didn't reach out for a collab campaign or like they dropped the ball. Like, and that's money that they lost in a sense by not taking advantage of, like other brands were building on top of it instead of them. Yeah. So yeah, it's
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So it's a completely different world from what I'm used to, but it's been good. Learned a lot.
Yeah, that's dope, man. So like out of that experience and as well as all your other experience, what do you feel like are the factors that make a brand healthy?
Hey, I wanted to take a quick second and thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch these videos. Hope you're enjoying the conversation as much as I am. If these videos have impacted you in any way possible, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. And if there's anything that you would like to see, whether it be like character development, something that has to do with recovery or spiritual growth, let me know in the comments and I'll implement it on my next video.
I mean, first and foremost, authenticity. I think that's really like where
Let's go.
people thrive, And I
Yeah.
think, I've been listening to that new Pusha T album, or new Clips album, and I think it's Malice, and I think it's in Birds Don't Sing, but basically like let your mess be your message. Like that's for me. Like I feel like I'm very vulnerable and open about one, my journey, and two, my struggles. So
Yeah.
I battle
I
with
love
mental
that, bro.
I battle with mental health, like and obviously I have a daughter too. So just the struggles of like doing everything, because I'm not the only one. And but
Right.
if people might see me like, oh wow, this guy does X Y Z, like he must have it easier. Like, oh, that's super cool. It's like actually I deal with all this shit too. It might make them feel like, oh well, if I don't even have half of those battles, or I have the same battles, I can do that too.
Right.
So it's like kind of, and granted, that's not why I do it, but it's kind of nice that for me, because had I grown up and I seen people do the shit that I wanted to do and just saw that again, that kind of vulnerability, I'd be like, oh wow, like for me, I'm like, I want to mess with that person because they're real about the shit they be going through.
Right,
And
right.
obviously there's a balance, but authenticity, I think, at the forefront is obviously the most important part because, again, if you don't have that, like, why should people buy from you? Why should people, especially nowadays, man, like, shit's so expensive. Like, if I'm gonna
Yeah.
spend my money, I want to make sure it's going to good people and,
Yeah.
and a good brand. And I think, just diversity too, whether it be in the content and the messaging. Obviously, you want to have like a solid foundation, but as a brand, like mix it up a little bit. Like don't be afraid to kind of delve into something different. Obviously, still stay key and authentic. Again,
Yeah.
it's that balance, right? But I mean, there's just so much when it comes to a brand, and again, it's like, what do you want to be as a brand? Like I think
Right,
that just having that internal dialogue and just keeping it honest. Like
Yeah.
if you're just in it for the money, cool.
Yeah.
Like go tenfold. But if you want to build a community, you want to do something else, like really think about one, what you want,
Yeah.
and two, like what does the audience want? Because a lot of times, like people got to realize what you want isn't what's gonna sell, and like you're not everyone is you, so you can't think like, oh yeah, this shit's dope. Like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. Like it probably is, but like
Right.
the people that want to buy your shit for 20, 30, 50, 60 bucks might not think the same, So, yeah, just being honest and vulnerable, I think is really like, for me, that's how I kind of build my brand. And I feel like I've been pretty successful with the shit that I've done. So, I prefer seeing that and value when I see others do it too. So,
All right, so I'm gonna get real selfish here. So what do you think that I can do to better or level up my online brand? So like all I've been doing with the podcast is so like I'm basically building a community um, of business owners or creative
Yeah.
people, and how they apply principles into their content
Yeah.
creation or whatever they're doing.
right.
And the importance of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I post clips on Instagram. I really focus on YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube is like my main platform that I do long form, the whole package.
Yeah, yeah.
The thumbnails, the title, the SEO,
All that.
everything. But on Instagram, I'm just posting like clips and behind the scenes videos, and so and like the thumbnail picture and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So like, what is something that I can probably do to make it a little bit more personal or to level it up, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing above all else, I don't know if your camera shut off.
Where?
I heard a flicker.
Oh no, we're all good.
Okay, bad.
Yeah.
Consistency. I think that's really
Okay.
the main thing with any sort of content. Like at Resjuvenator, we post a video every Monday and every Thursday on YouTube. Like
Okay.
that just does not change. And they've been doing that
On YouTube?
on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
like long form. So
Yeah.
they've been doing that for 10 years.
Wow.
So that's how, they have 1.5 million YouTube subscribers. And it's built off that just consistency. So, I mean, whatever you do, like, just do it well, you know. But I think from the brand itself, diversity. I think having a good selection of different individuals, like you said, if you want to build a community is built of different people, different walks of life. So that's always a good bet too. And yeah, I mean, I think part of it too is making yourself more personable. It's like, hey, this is who I am. This is why I started this shit. Like, this is why I do it, why I enjoy it. Granted, you don't want to be the main character.
Yeah.
Because, your platform is to help others, is from what I'm taking it. So kind of let people know who you are, your struggles. Let yourself get interviewed. Go on another person's podcast, kind of collab with them and just kind of, feed that. But, yeah, I mean, from the stuff I've seen, like, it's very, like, just genuine, raw, kind of conversations. And I think I value that, which is why I agreed to like hop on, because like it's dope stuff that you're doing. So yeah, just
Dubs in the chat.
Dubs in the chat. Can I get a Dubski in the chat? So yeah, just carrying that consistency, and don't be afraid to put yourself a little bit out there. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, and because I think that's the thing too, is like, and it probably more than anyone, like you're not gonna get results overnight. Like it's like a house, brick by brick. So keep at it. But I mean, I think you're in a really solid spot, bro. So just keep at it and bring in different people, different walks of life. Maybe change the studio up. Like if someone has a coffee shop, do it at their coffee shop. Type shit. So, and you'll learn and figure that out as you grow, obviously, because it's still very young. But yeah, don't be afraid to go on different platforms. Like you said, TikTok. You never know. Like people love that inspirational shit.
Yeah, I've been slacking on the TikTok.
It's tough, bro. There's a lot, and like it's from an SEO, like it's a completely different algorithm. Like it's a different beast, and you don't know what's gonna work there, but you're only gonna find out by putting your shit on there.
That's true.
So, yeah, I mean, for me, like IG, TikTok, and YouTube, like if you can keep at it. I don't know if you're doing YouTube Shorts.
Yeah, YouTube
with the clips.
Shorts are popping.
Yeah, shorts
low
are
key.
There's money there.
People are sleeping
bro.
on YouTube Shorts. That's the most views I get on YouTube Shorts.
That's what we get too, like, especially for us. Like, we do basically all our social content. We're putting it on there too. So we have like probably 6 to 8 shorts a week, and 2 long form videos a week. Like we're pumping content on the regular, and people eat it up because they're seeing us. And again, we have different kind of pillars of content that are still true to the brand, but kind of go in different avenues. So that too, like it's like you got to figure out what your brand is and like how you can do it and relay it in different ways, not just a podcast. Like if you want the community, this is the community and this is what it does. It's a podcast, it's a website, it's this, it's that, it's the other. So yeah,
awesome. That's perfect. Thank you. So I know I saw your Instagram, and you're like working on some stuff.
A little bit.
So like, can you talk about that? What's up with that?
Yeah. So I always complain that I'm tired.
I like
and
it.
busy.
It's dope. I like the name too. I forgot what it was.
There's a few of them.
2 of them.
Yeah. So
or there's 2. I think I saw.
There's
2
2 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously I miss riding, and I'm a really big runner. That's kind of what got me into sneakers. Like I just, always loved.
Luis.
Yeah.
He be running.
I be running. Your fucking brother, bro. That motherfucker runs.
Yeah.
But so I missed the writing, and it's like how can I still be involved in the running community besides just being a runner? Especially thankfully, like I said, I've had a lot of contacts and just people and brands that I've connected with through the years that like I still want to keep those relationships, even though Rejuvenator, like I still talk to them and every now and then, but I was like, from a media perspective, like how can I still do that? So I actually started my own kind of like a media platform to cover the running space.
Okay.
Granted, I've been slacking a little bit. Like it's been crazy at Rejuvenator, so I haven't really put a lot of time or effort into it, unfortunately. But Inside Lane, so it's kind of like a
Inside Lane. That's dope.
Yeah,
I
like a
love
double
that.
entendre, obviously, because like when you're in the track, like the inside lane is the fastest lane.
Right.
But also it's kind of like you're an insider. Like you kind of know what's going on in the industry, like from a pro perspective. So that was kind of the idea I went with, and then the logo. Like I built it like a track.
Yeah.
Well, my boy, I gave him the idea, and he executed that shit perfectly.
That's dope.
So that's one of them. Like I said, I need to put more time and effort into that. But yeah, I just want to, even if it doesn't do anything, like for me, it's like I still got to write about running, and I still got to connect with people and individuals and just provide a different perspective, because I feel like my perspective in running, granted, you know, I know it from a sneaker media world, and I feel like a lot of sneaker media brands don't delve into running that much, and also just as a consumer.
That's interesting.
Like I ran 2 marathons. I'm training for another 2 right now. Like I'm, like like your brother said,
I
like
saw you.
I run.
Yeah, I
you
see
know,
your
so,
Instagram, bro. I'm like, damn.
So leveraging that, because again, that's something that just brings me a lot of joy. It's just
Yeah.
running and in any capacity. So even if I'm not running, if I can still do something around running, and it's just for me. Like at the end of the day, like like if my shit gets 100 million followers or 0 likes, it makes no difference because I still find joy in it. I just gotta now make the time for it. But that's one of them. And then recently I've been really thinking on like. I feel like, I bring a lot of perspective, and like I said, I've seen and done a lot of dope shit in my short amount of time in various industries that like, and I just want to help people. Like I think that's really kind of like one of my callings, like just really helping people
Right.
and like helping people tell their stories and like elevate their brands and just their stories too. So I'm working, actually, I think I just got the paperwork for my LLC, but I started an agency, like a consulting, marketing kind of agency. I still haven't fleshed that out, but that's where it's called Caminos.
Yeah,
Caminos,
that's dope
Caminos
too.
Creative. So,
Damn,
and that's why I wanted to like touch on the running too. Like I still wanted,
Yeah.
it's like it's a journey, it's a path. So like, kind of make those one.
Yeah.
But like they're again that's my brand.
Right.
Like I think my Inside Lane is essentially the parent brand, and then you have the site, the agency, and there's probably some other stuff I'm going to do in between
Yeah.
too. But like that's kind of, I literally had just started that like last week. So.
That's dope, dude. I really like that.
Yeah, and I was like, I've been thinking about it. Like, I like helping people. Like, even Manor, I help out with a few projects, and not even on like some paid shit, but it's like, hey, I have this idea. You guys should do this, that, or the other. Like, they not too long ago, they did their first collab hat with the D-backs. Like, they had their own custom side patch,
Okay.
and I was like, yo, like, this is sick. Granted, I'm a huge Diamondbacks fan. Obviously, a huge fan of Manor. So, like, to
Yeah.
see them do that, I'm like, especially knowing how hard it took to get some of these things. And obviously, I wasn't there for that, but I was like, oh, wow, like, you guys did it. Like,
Right.
can I help tell this story? And so I created the entire caption, the editorial, all that stuff. And luckily, they still love me, and, they kind of let me dip my feet in the water whenever I kind of feel like it. So,
Damn, that's dope.
yeah, I wrote that story. And for me, I was like, man, like, I got to be a part of that, like, and I forget what. There were like 1 or 2 comments that people were like, yo, like, that caption is fire.
Damn.
So I was like, damn, like, that's what's up. Like,
Yeah.
I normally don't really care for the validation of my work, but like when there's stuff that I'm really, really prideful of, seeing people like, obviously the product's one thing, but they're like, oh wow, like that reads well, that looks cool. I'm like, hell yeah. Like this was, for me, like that's kind of my reward. Like that's my payment, is like people see the value in writing. Because especially now, Mero, like everyone's ChatGPTing this and
I
AI
know.
writing
And you
that.
can tell too, bro. And honestly,
Bro,
it's gonna
corny.
It's starting to not be the wave anymore. Because when
I
I see
hope.
something on Instagram, bro, and I know they just copy paste, didn't even revise it,
That's the
I'm like,
thing.
I'm not
So,
reading this. This is from ChatGPT.
Use it as a tool. I mean, we
Yeah.
use it at Reshooting Editor just because, again, we have so many things. I
Right.
use it as a tool, but I definitely don't copy paste and just.
I do too, but put
Hell
some
no.
heart in it though.
That's my
you know,
thing, bro. Like,
put some heart in it.
it's tough. And
Delete the dashes at least, bro.
And that's the thing that kills me. I'm a huge M Dash fan, so now I can't use that shit because I'm like, motherfucker.
But you could tell it's like.
Oh yeah, because of the spacing and again the
my
cadence.
dude.
Like I know.
Yeah.
Anytime I just know it as a writer, and like I'm like that kills me. But
Right.
but yeah, that's kind of like what I'm kind of kickstarting, doing. I help out at a run club. Actually, just I edited a short form video for them. Gonna put that there. Like my homie, he's a ambassador for a hat club. I'm really into fitness too. And obviously, he's my coworker, obviously, so I fuck with him and I respect his craft a lot.
Yeah.
And I was helping him kind of build his pitch deck. Because he was going to have just a regular, like, contract kind of talk with that. But I'm like, nah, bro, like, you do X, Y, Z for them. Like, let them know. Ask for a bigger bag, but let them know what they're getting out of it.
Okay.
So I created, him and I had a good, like, hour conversation after work.
Yeah.
That same night, I kind of threw up basically a template for him to kind of insert, the notes that we did. But then if there's more stuff he wants to add, it's like, yo, you're good. Like, here's your pitch deck.
Yeah.
Add what you want. Like, you're good to go and present, get your bag, like, do your thing. So, yeah, I'm always just trying to help, trying to stay busy.
Yeah.
Figure out what I want to do next. Because, I mean, the thing is, like, this industry is just so vast. And I'm just talking social media as an industry. It's so
Right.
vast that, like, I don't know if I want to be a social media manager the rest of my life. I mean, I'm 27, bro. Like
Yeah.
I don't think I can do this forever.
Right.
You know, so just trying to stay fresh and like you just never know what one thing might lead to another. You know, like my internship when Ice Kicks, I didn't think it would lead to, bro. I went to the fucking Olympics, like
damn.
with Puma.
Wow.
Yeah, like I've done some dope shit,
Yeah.
like with a lot of dope brands, like, and you just never fucking know. So I'm
Yeah.
always trying to just stay on top of it. And again, for me, like I'm really passionate about Phoenix and people that do and the people that do dope shit here. So, you know, if there's like a brand, a coffee shop, you know, I'm pretty connected and easygoing with a lot of people. So I always just try to help out, like, yo, like let me help out with the caption or like
Yeah.
this, that, or the other, or like. And again, right now I'm not even looking for payment. Like I'm really just trying to, you know, kind of build out my portfolio, have my different offerings so people can say, oh wow, he does that and that and that and that. That way, you know, one, I'm helping out my friends and getting word of mouth out. But when I do want to like start getting paid for it, you already
have
know what
everything
the
to
fuck I
back you
can
up.
do.
Yeah.
Like, cause right now, thankfully, you know, God bless, like I'm in a really good position financially with Resjuvenator that I don't need the money per se. But so right now I can just do, you know, small scale shit that is still big, but I can do it at a small scale, do it for free, do it for the homies, help them out, and then, you know, whenever the conversation of a bag comes up, it's like, okay, cool, like I can do it because
Right.
I have all this in different industries, different sectors, different offerings from like, again, short form video to, you know, I do press release work for Resjuvenator, like our YouTube guy, Vic Almighty, he's done a lot of like hybrid fusion shoes. Like he did something for Devin Booker. Devin Booker's been wearing it this last
Damn.
week. So, and obviously I have a lot of contacts in the industry. Like I was sending people like press releases and images and all this shit, and like people were covering it. Like Complex covered it, Nice Kicks covered our stuff. So like, you know, for Resjuvenator, like they didn't really have that consistently before. Like Vic did a custom for Dom Mysterio. Yeah, Dom Mysterio. And like we had every outlet, like Bleacher Report, Complex, Sneaker News, Soul Retriever, like everybody fucking covered it, and that was just off the strength of one, my relationships and knowing again what these blogs look for, and kind of because I told, you know, our photographer, I'm like, hey, shoot something like this, let's do something like that, like hey, the clip I need it in like 1 minute and a 4x5 or a 9x16, that way the blogs can have it ready to go, like just little things like that make a huge difference because again I know because as a writer, like if I got that my way, I'm like I need this or I need that, like give me that. So making that easy for the connects and again just thankfully having good relations with a lot of these outlets still, like easy. So like, you know, we just get coverage of that. So I do press releases, I do that. Like I helped out with the Arizona Coyotes when Ruigi from Rude was like their creator. So I helped out with that campaign. A lot of people don't.
He went to like Nowadays too. You know Nowadays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I helped out with like some of the campaign for the Ruigi project.
Nice.
So I've done a lot of dope shit, and I want to do more dope shit. So I'm always just trying to like reinvent the wheel and see what I can bring to the table. You know, a good friend of mine, he started his brand Por La Familia, and I was helping out with that. Like he did a soccer jersey. I got some publications to get it covered, and then he had some shorts. Complex covered it. On like their weekly roundup.
Yeah.
And like, you know, obviously for him that was a big thing.
He lives here?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then there was one more project, and then I got Shop Latinx, which is like again a smaller creative, but it's like again they're very like uplifting, you know, Latino creatives and individuals and brands. So just again different touch points and just knowing like that's a brand we need to reach out to and like get you in front of and all that shit. So I try to do a little bit of everything. Like I said, I love telling people stories and I love writing. So I just want to like do it as much as I can, how often I can, and not tire myself out. But you know, that's the beauty and struggle of it for sure.
Damn, that's beautiful, man. Yeah, especially like do it if you're not even gonna get paid for it. You know, like
that's how it started with Nice Kicks, bro. Like
essentially,
I did it because it was gonna be a free internship.
Exactly. Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, I've been to Mexico City. I got to see Messi play with Adidas. Like I've
That's
also a
awesome.
weekend like with brands. Like when Devin Booker released his shoe, I got invited to the Friends and Family event. Like my first marathon, Nike's the one that covered everything, like paid for it and like got me entry into the Chicago Marathon. So like I've done a lot of dope shit. And again, it all just started off doing something for free. And granted, I mean, I was in college, right? So like I was taking like 17 credits and I was working like 2 part-time jobs on the side just to
Mm-hmm.
kind of make sure I still had a little bit of money. But yeah, I was like, sometimes you got to just eat shit,
Right.
like at the beginning, you know.
Right.
And like, granted, there's a line, right? Like, don't have your services be free forever. Don't take the minimum all the time,
Yeah.
you know. But especially when you're starting, you just
But you
gotta
will
bite the
feel
bullet.
it though.
Yeah.
You will feel it when you're ready.
yeah.
You know, you'll.
And
feel
if you
convicted.
don't, like, you'll learn from it, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck, I should have charged X amount. Like, damn, maybe I should have done that for free, or I should have charged less because of, you know, what it could have been, or whatever the hell. So, and I'm still learning. I mean, I don't know all the answers. That's honestly the whole coming to creative. Like, the reason I'm not charging is because I don't know how much a consultation meeting should be. I don't know how much. Yeah, I don't know the value of what I do per item because, again, all the shit that I know how to do is from my job. You know, it's like I'm not gonna ask a motherfucker to break up my salary and, like, you know, 12 for the 12 months and then break it up by week. Like, I don't know what that rate is. So
Right.
figuring that out still too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Damn, man. Well, yeah. Let me know if you need help with anything,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah.
I mean, shit, you tell me. You let me
yeah.
know if you need help with anything. I'm happy
Yeah,
to.
for sure, for
help
sure. I'm
you out.
excited. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm glad we met. I mean,
Yeah.
we just met like 3 weeks ago. I thought you were pretty cool. Luis had told me, my brother Luis had told me a little bit about you, and I was like, damn, that's
Yeah.
what's up. So, not to glaze. No, I'm just kidding.
And we got that shit on camera. That's crazy work. Glazing on camera is crazy.
No, but thank
Clip
you.
that.
Clip
that, chat.
clip. No, but thanks so much, man.
Yeah,
I
bro.
really appreciate you doing this. Where can people find you at, man?
Yeah. So my Instagram, LT on the track, LTONDATRACK. Yeah, I'm on all. I mean, I'm really just on the gram, and then, you know, follow Reshubinator,
Yeah.
please. Please buy some shit. But yeah, Reshubinator on all channels. Our YouTube, you know, like I said, Mondays and Thursdays for videos. Vic's doing a lot of really dope stuff that people are
Nice.
going to be seeing in the next few weeks. Like, we just he made some cleats for some Detroit Tigers players.
Oh, damn.
Cause so he made it. Sorry, not to go
You're
off,
good,
but
you're good.
a few weeks ago he made a shoe for Devin Booker.
Mm-hmm.
He basically took the Book 1 upper and put it on an ACG because Book really loves to hike and like the outdoors and shit. So he fused them together,
Oh,
made them in his
nice.
size, and got them in his hands. And Book was like, "Yo, like, these are fire."
What?
He just, like I said, he was just started wearing them. Like, he's in Iceland right now for the off season, and like we saw him post the shoes, like him wearing them, and we're like, bro, like
That's
we thought,
dope.
you know, it was just sit on the shot. Like, he's a fucking Nike athlete.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to wear a custom,
Right.
but he did, bro. It's so like fuck.
That's sick.
So Vic and Booker are pretty tight now,
Yeah.
thankfully, after the project. And Book has actually, you know, told Vic, like, hey, can you make a shoe for this person, a Book one for this person, a Book one for this person? So Book's from Michigan.
Uh-huh.
He went not too long ago to throw the first pitch out at the Detroit Tigers game. He had Vic make custom cleats for Gleyber Torres, Javi Baez, and Scooble, like Book 1 cleats.
Yeah.
So Vic took the upper of a Book and put it on the sole of a Nike Huarache cleat.
Yeah.
Did that. I don't think they wore it, but like they were hyped. Gleyber, who was gonna be an all-star in like 2 weeks, was like, "Yo, can I get another one?" So he made another one for him, and he actually wore it in the all-star game.
What?
Yeah. So we saw that, we were like, bro, we were like, please don't have the shoe like break or
Yeah.
give out or not, because he's never seen it in, like, we've never had it
Right.
for performance.
Right, right.
You know, and thankfully it was an all-star game, so like, you know, they're not playing the full 9 innings. Like, he only had, I think, 1 or 2 at bats, but like we saw the like he was wearing the fucking shoe. So
Yeah. That's so dope.
where the fuck was I going with that? Oh yeah, but yeah, Vic has a lot of dope shit. He's doing a
Yeah,
lot of,
yeah.
and we're gonna probably see more, especially now that the Book's second shoe is coming out soon. I already told Vic, like, yo, we gotta be on top of it, and tell Booker, like, cause spring training's here, and my immediate
Yeah.
reaction was like, yo, let's start making Book 2 cleats for half the teams are here. Like, let's make them. Like, as soon as Booker can get a sizes of his homies, we'll go drop them off, make a YouTube video out of it, the whole 9, and then that way people can play with it for an entire season.
Yeah.
Instead of just, you know, at the All-Star break or like whatever.
Right.
Because obviously the relationship with Booker that's this close now, only is a few weeks ago, but like if we can get ahead of it for the Book 2,
Yeah.
that whole line, I mean, Vic's going to be like the fucking guy for that shit.
The
And-
GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, he
Yeah.
already is. You know, he's been doing this shit for like 10 years.
Who is Vic exactly?
Vic
though?
Almighty? Yeah. So he's he just started doing like restorations and paint jobs. Like he was kind of like he was at the Bin had those events and like all that shit. So he was just kind of restoring people's shoes and cleaning them up and stuff like that. But like now he's getting more into like actually building shit and like, fusing stuff and all that shit.
Dope.
So yeah,
That's
definitely check it out. There's some
Yeah.
good projects. We did something for Kevin Durant too before he left, but we weren't able to get it in his hands. But yeah, he's right now he's doing like a lot of fusion shit.
Okay.
We're
That's
working like a little bit of a soccer cleat right now too.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like how soccer, especially with the World Cup being in the U.S. and shit, I'm like
Yeah.
yo, like we gotta get on top
That's
of this
gonna be
shit
dope,
now. Granted, there's no games out here for the World Cup, which sucks. But I told him like yo, take basically the same fusion approach. Take an old school cleat from Adidas and put it on like a Gazelle bottom or something. And thankfully, I have some connects at Adidas and like their agency. So I was like, hey, like if we do this, can you guys help us get the word out? And like, by the way, we can also make something for Bad Bunny. We can make something for Messi.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, yeah, like we'll
Make one for everyone.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, if Bad Bunny wears something like that, like it's
We're up.
insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I'm a big Bad Bunny fan, so obviously
No, me
there's
too.
my glazing, you know.
100.
But yeah, so we have a lot of dope shit. So Rejuvenator on all channels, like there'll be a lot of good stuff coming out soon.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
I appreciate it. With the drip, too. I gotta get a picture, bro. I gotta get a
Bet.
picture of our shoes, bro.
Yeah, say less.
Because I never wear these. I swear, I never wear my Dunk